Everybody, thank y'all for coming out today for our mobilization here in Austin for the global divestment mobilization. We are here to draw attention to the moral imperative of divesting from fossil fuel projects like the Keystone XL pipeline. For folks that don't know, the Keystone XL pipeline is being financed in part by banks like Chase. Between the large banks, among them, they're financing about $5 billion worth of financing for these pipelines, for this specific Keystone XL pipeline. My name's Derrick Crowe. I work with 350 Austin to do climate organizing here in town. And I want to talk to you a little bit about why I'm involved in a movement like this. I have a 2-year-old son. His name's Henry. Henry has never known a year on this planet that wasn't the hottest year on record. He was born in 2014. 2014 was the hottest year on record. 2015 broke that record. 2016 broke that record. This was the hottest winter on record. It was the hottest March on record. So we're in an extreme time of climate change right now. Climate change is happening, it's real, it's here, and we're causing it. Austin is already feeling the effects. We saw in 2011 a drought event that started with the Bastrop wildfires that destroyed 1,000 homes in this area. Statewide, that destroyed 2,500 homes in 25,000 separate wildfire incidents just related to that drought. That shows you that right now, climate change is happening, that it's not an issue for some far-off generation. It's for the current generation. It's for us and my son, and we have to deal with it because if we don't deal with it in our generation, we're going to be too late. Now, what some folks in Austin and in the state of Texas generally, as shown by polling, don't know is the overwhelming scientific consensus on climate change. If you watch the news or watch any of our elected representatives talk about this from their podiums, you would only think that maybe it was a 50-50 split. 97% of climate scientists, when polled based on the evidence, will agree with the statement that climate change is caused by humans by our carbon emissions. And the key drivers of these things are fossil fuel companies like those behind the Keystone XL pipeline. The Keystone XL pipeline would be pumping the most carbon-intensive oil on the planet through that pipeline from Alberta, Canada, into the Gulf of Mexico. That kind of fossil fuel is mined from bitumen, which you have to mine in open pit mining. That destroys boreal forests that are essential to sequestering carbon in the ground. It will cross lands owned by Native American nations, just like the Dakota Access Pipeline did. So that means it's essential for both the issues of climate justice and to stop what James Hansen will tell us is a 150 parts per million increase in the level of carbon in the air from happening just from this kind of fuel that you see in pumping through the Keystone pipeline. So we have a sign here that says Keystone XL climate bomb. That's absolutely correct. If that climate bomb goes off, we will lose almost any realistic chance of stopping catastrophic climate change in our lifetime. There was a study out 2 weeks ago that showed that just from the climate change impacts from flooding this century, the Austin Round Rock area could see almost 1 million refugees from the coast move into this metropolitan area. If you think overcrowding is bad in Austin now, if you don't like this traffic, you're going to love mid-century if we don't take care of this problem now. So we are here to draw attention to this, to urge the folks at Chase and other banks to divest. And you may have heard the word divestment before and not known what it means. Essentially, it's the act of taking money away from the fossil fuel companies by asking the folks who are investing in it to put their money in clean energy projects. Again, Chase and other banks like it are financing $5 billion worth of financing for this pipeline, just this pipeline alone. And that means that we are financing the infrastructure of the past, and we're going to mortgage the future to do that. That's unconscionable. It's immoral. So we are here to draw attention to that and to push you to go to the website for the Global Divestment Mobilization and find out what you can do. If you go to boldnebraska.org, you can send the folks in Nebraska who are permitting this pipeline a message and tell them not to approve it, that we can't finance one more pipeline or approve one more permit if we want people like my son or your kids or your friends and family to have a livable future. So again, my name is Derrick Crowe. Super happy to be here with folks like 350austin.org. If you want to find a personal divestment toolkit, you can go to 350.org/divest. That's the right URL? Just make it sure.
350-Austin.
350-Austin.org/divest. And you can find a personal toolkit so that you can take action yourself to get this money out of this pipeline and into green projects that we can support. So thanks y'all for coming out. We appreciate it.